Do you game in here too?
Yeah, a little bit.
Nice.
But this is a PS4.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's not a loser. Yeah.
That's okay. It's alright. It probably just means you have other priorities.
Yeah. Like fucking
Yeah.
like boning my hot ass bitch. No, I'm just joking. That hardly ever happens. So get into it. You guys want to get into it?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Hello, I'm Dan.
I'm Sarah.
We also got Bo. Bo's
Hi.
gonna sit in today. You gotta throw the guy a fucking bone every now and then, otherwise he's a real diva. He freaks out. Anyway, welcome to What the Hell's Your Problem, a podcast where we talk about the everyday petty things that we all love to hate with a passionate yet fair vigor. Today we have a guest today. We have a guest.
Yeah.
We did an episode before with this guest, but he and I said the R word too many times, so we got in trouble and we weren't allowed. Anyway, Faris Hytiaa is here. Hello, Faris.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, pretty
Hi,
good, buddy.
Faris.
Good.
Hi,
It's
Welcome
Faris.
back.
It's good to see you guys.
Yeah,
Good. We're gonna try this again.
we're gonna try to not.
Watch your
Yeah,
language, you two.
Also, just given how we're opening here, this is everyone's first impression of me.
Oh yeah, right.
So what
That's
I
fair.
would like to say is that this really should not reflect on my views or
No, the views spoken on this podcast are those of the podcast and not of us personally. They reflect.
Mostly
They
Dan.
actually
well, that's the thing is they were never spoken, but
No.
because I'm being introduced to this world now as we tried this one other time and we
things
we couldn't air.
things got a little bit. What's
Rowdy.
the word we should use? Challenged.
Yeah,
A little,
Oh, I saw
little
another
things
video
got
the other
started.
day.
Yeah.
To
It-
quote the Black Eyed Peas.
yeah, it got started in here.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
here.
So
Too
this
hot.
time,
Too hot.
I would say that the views expressed in this podcast are that of Sarah's and Sarah's alone. I would say, for sure, not ours. Whatever
We've
we
had
say.
multiple comments about me being the only one who is politically correct on this whole fucking podcast.
Well,
Well, I mean, I don't know. You're swearing. a
yeah,
lot
you swore like right
right
away.
now, so-
You might notice that
Swearing-
neither of us.
swearing
have-
is okay.
Nobody has sworn on this side.
Yeah,
We got it started in here.
yeah, we got it started in
Yeah.
here. Let's get it
Yeah.
started in here. Nothing wrong with that song.
Yeah.
Nothing at all. So, yeah, we don't have Shane today. Who knows?
I have questions. I have questions about why Shane isn't here, to be honest.
Yeah, what?
It's
Yeah,
all
we
he
kind of just
said
let it.
in the message was, I can't record. It's my aunt's birthday and she doesn't have the internet.
Yeah,
Which leads to many questions about
dude's
Shane.
got a lot
That's a
of
lot.
dude's got a lot of aunts, and it's their birthdays all the time. I would
because he leaves
venture.
food out in his apartment.
Yeah.
I'd also like to note that we're recording on a Monday.
Yeah.
Not a long weekend.
Yeah.
No, it's a
Uh,
regular Monday.
Yeah. So why is he at a remote aunt's place on a Monday, a work day?
Yeah, I would like to know that as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
That's a
weird.
good question.
And who doesn't have the internet?
You know what I'm thinking? Shane asked a weird question on the last podcast, and then
Oh, he
I
did?
tried to get Forrest to jump in, and
I
maybe
think
he
made
knows
a
that
weird
now Forrest.
statement.
Yeah, he made a weird statement. It wasn't a question. It was a statement. That's true. Because he said black people don't like cherries. And maybe he doesn't want to...
Yeah, maybe he doesn't want to. Now that he's got to face a black person,
Yeah.
instead it's his aunt's birthday.
Yeah, it's my aunt's birthday. I can't come. Okay, first of all, I have asked around.
Yeah.
I think you guys might not like cherries. Because everybody's answer was the same as yours.
Yeah. Which was
I don't know. You were like, I don't really think about cherries one way or another,
yeah.
which makes me think, I don't think you don't like them.
Well, yeah, but I think then making the statement that we don't
Yeah,
like
yeah,
cherries,
it's crazy.
it's like What cherries need to know is we don't think about you.
You're
at
John
all.
Hamm in the elevator. It's like,
Yeah, you're not on my mind ever. You're out here telling everybody that I hate you. And I think what you need to understand,
cherries.
cherries, is I don't even think about you.
Wow, that's
You don't even cross my mind.
If there's any cherries watching right now, they're
Blooded
shit.
right there, Faris.
Yeah.
Weren't you drinking
Blooded.
black cherry soda yesterday when I saw you at the parsonage?
I was drinking.
Is that true?
That's 100%. I think 100% true.
I will also say I saw. So Shane said
You
Burke.
guys do love juice.
Love juice.
Yeah.
Big juice people.
We're juice people.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that
A
makes
number of times I have to yell at an auntie that like, no, I really water is fine.
because they're trying to give you juice.
They're just they pour it. They don't even drink the juice. It's good for you. I'm like, no, that's straight sugar.
We grew up with like those like canisters of concentrate juice.
Oh yeah,
Did you have those?
Those
Of course, they were for.
Yeah, we had
I
juice.
have
We were
concentrate.
yeah. That stuff I totally thought that it was healthy.
Yeah,
I thought that was like health drink.
so did I.
Yeah, and we were wrong about that. We were dead ass wrong about that. And like I've been talking about this on stage too. Faris, did you get when you were sick? Did you get ginger ale
Mm-hmm.
to like solve all your ailments?
And Vicks Vapor Rub.
Oh, we didn't even have. Did we have Vapor Rub?
Yes, we did. We had Vapor Rub, and I still drink ginger ale when I'm sick.
Yeah,
Which is
we
a
did the
lot of-
ginger
a lot of-
ale and Vapor Rub for like not even like associated illnesses.
No, like
Mhm.
on your feet and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the Tussin thing.
Yeah.
The Chris Rock
Yeah.
Robitussin.
Yeah,
What's the
so
Tussin?
Robitussin for like American black people. I think that's Vicks Vapor Rub for immigrants.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, and we just had Schweppes ginger ale,
And soup crackers.
soup crackers. Yeah.
We were Canada Dry.
And-
I don't think we had Schweppes money, you know?
and then we also had like that Lipton chicken noodle soup that came in like
Oh, yeah.
the aluminum space packet that was for sure not healthy. And then this is the other. Okay, I'm pretty much doing my bit right now, and I'm sorry for it.
It's doing
but
stand up right now.
but it is true that like this is the big one.
Hmm.
Did your family was the puke bucket also the family popcorn bowl?
We didn't have a dedicated puke.
If you were gonna puke, they wouldn't grab the same thing.
They would empty you would either go to the toilet if
Yeah.
you had the time to get there.
Right.
It was go to the toilet.
But what if you were like kind of
But
puking all night and then they wouldn't put something next to your bed?
they
in
would
case-
take the bag out of a garbage bin.
Oh, that's so much smarter, dude.
Yeah.
Immigrants.
Well,
Yeah, man.
portable.
This is what we bring. This is the value that we bring to your country.
Yeah.
And we
we
teach you to
appreciate
wash
it.
your asses instead of using paper and then getting your underwear dirty.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a.
Wash your ass.
Yeah. Bidet.
Thanks
is,
again for that.
Bidet is
It's a
really important.
Wise. Yeah,
Yeah.
days are incredible.
Bo,
want
do you,
one-
well,
For knowledge. This is the best episode you've ever had. We're getting started.
yeah. So, Bo, are
I'm just-
you?
Taking notes previously.
Do you have a bidet, Bo?
No, but one day saving up.
One day he's gonna have bidet money.
It's just a big notepad that just says stuff I learned from immigrants. Wash your ass first thing.
Oh, that's the things
Bo,
I learned from immigrants.
oh yeah,
How
great
often?
album.
Was that had every time or?
Every time, wash your ass.
Do you have a bidet?
Hell yeah.
I have a handheld.
What's a handheld?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
whoa.
We got
Like
some real shit.
Are you talking about a super soaker?
No.
Get from Timu.
Yeah, it's a water gun. We have water guns. No, it's like a handheld. It just like shoots water so that you take it and
Dude,
yeah.
Is
I
it like
didn't know
a
you could
water
have
pick
one.
for your ass?
It's a water pick for your ass. Yeah,
I could get behind that.
that's
Hope
what it
this
is.
thing's not quite as thin because that might hurt.
It was like literally a stipulation from my refugee family. They were like, hey, we're not coming. Like we live 8 people in an apartment right now. We are not coming if you don't get the spray thing.
Okay, is it for that specifically?
Yeah,
Like there's a brand that makes it.
there's a lot of brands that make.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm genuinely, I had no idea.
They are common in the Arab world.
Really?
Yeah. So like if you go to like the Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Although, like, that's
Hand spray.
the expectation.
It makes so much more sense. It's absolutely insane that we wipe our butts with toilet paper.
Yeah.
It's actually
It's absurd.
such a flawed thing. The washing your ass makes 100 times more sense.
Yeah.
When you're in
Given
the
that you
hospital-
literally wash every less dirty part of your body,
Yeah.
True.
Except for that.
except for that and your legs. Wash your
Don't
legs.
Start with your arms. When you're in the hospital having a baby, they give you a soft bottle with a squirt top on it
Yeah.
to clean yourself because it's a little tender down there after pushing out a human.
Right.
But the lady, my nurse, when she gave it to me, she's like, "These things are great. When you're done with them, you can take them home and use them for crafts." And I was like, I think I'll be tossing it in the garbage when I leave. But
That's the same
Thank
lady
you.
who tells you. That's the same lady who tells you to eat the placenta.
Yeah,
could
that's
be.
a crazy person.
it
Yeah,
was. I
that's
was like,
crazy
I'm not
prison.
putting sparkles in this vagina squirter. Thanks.
Did you know that
Yeah.
when Sarah had her baby, she was in so much pain and was like, "I want to drug me. You need to give me drugs." And her husband was in the waiting. You tell the story.
Well, I'll preface it by saying when my husband was younger, he broke both his ankles at the same time, falling off a 20-foot cliff, and then had to get pins in them, and they gave him morphine, and it made him crazy. So he did have some background on this. However, when I was in labor and wanted drugs, he said he didn't think that was a good idea and tried to like get in my face about it. And he had just gone out for a smoke. So he had cigarette breath in my fucking face. I'm about to push a baby out of my body, and he's telling me to say no to the drugs.
Because he knew a thing or two about the drugs because he had broken both of his ankles. So he knew a thing or two about being in pain.
Right.
Could you imagine saying that to a woman about to give birth and being like, "Yeah, I think I know a thing or two
Yeah, listen.
about that."
Okay, it's like I'm like sorry to hear about your baby and everything, but I broke both of my ankles a few years ago.
Yeah.
I put some Vicks Vapor Rub on it.
Yeah,
Didn't really
dry
do-
Vicks Vapor Rub and Schweppes ginger ale.
Yeah.
Right? A few
Yeah.
soup crackers. Needless to say, I took the fucking drugs anyway.
Yeah,
Good for you.
good
For you.
Hey,
And that is crazy that he broke both his ankles. That's
It
that's a cartoon injury.
I've got great news.
Of course
My-
you do. What is it?
I met my new doctor today.
Oh, I heard he's really nice.
Yeah, he's great. Did I tell you about him moving? Did we talk about this on the pod?
Yeah, he was
already?
going to
Yeah.
Walmart.
Right. He's not moving to Walmart. So I met my doctor today. My doctor told me that I can do mushrooms.
Oh,
Yeah. So
That's
I've been talking to my sponsor about whether or not I can do mushrooms. And he was like, if you can get a doctor to sign off on it, you can do mushrooms.
No.
But not in a way where I'm like taking some mushrooms and going to a rave or like into the woods or something. I want to do it like therapeutically, like with a professional. So I brought it up to my doctor today. I'm like, what do you think about psilocybin treatment? And he's like, jury's still out. He's like, there's a lot of research still happening. He's like, I think there's a lot of good from it, but like it can also go wrong for people. And I'm like, well, I've done it like a lot and mostly had good experiences. He's like, well, that's cool. And I was like, I'm thinking about, because he knows I told him I'm like an addict
yeah.
and stuff.
And you've done it post sobriety?
No, I haven't done
no,
it in
okay.
like 20 years.
Yeah.
But I was like, I really want to do
Yeah.
psilocybin in a controlled environment that is like, and he was like, well, what do you want to do it for? What is the medicine? And I'm like, spiritual, brother. I'm like, I want to see God. I want to meet God. I want to work on my connection
Right.
with the universe. And he was like, that's cool. He was like, yeah. He's like, I think you could try that. I don't see any problem with that. And I'm like, yes, I am fucking doing drugs again, baby. And he also said I could smoke crack. So we're good.
All
It's
right.
happening.
Okay,
Hell
as
yeah.
your older sister, I'd like to intervene on this.
Okay.
He's known you for what, a few weeks, and I've
Oh
known
no,
you. For
it was
what?
within 10 minutes.
Oh, perfect. And I've known you for 44 years. This is a bad idea.
Do you think it's a bad idea? I don't want to do drugs.
Then don't do drugs.
Well, no, this is like a controlled environment. Like it's
I
not
did
a.
them Friday night. Don't do it.
Yeah, but you're doing a different thing than I'm
I
doing.
don't think I am. I don't
You
think I am.
are. You're doing them recreationally. I'm not doing them recreationally
So,
at all. I have no
Who's gonna
desire.
be your?
Right.
How are you gonna
Guys,
find
we
it?
need compromise here.
Thank you.
How about I do them?
Perfect.
Like I watch you do it,
Yeah.
and I take notes.
Never done drugs in my life.
Things I learned from immigrants.
Yeah.
Mushrooms. Things I learned from-
Imagine.
Mushrooms?
I've never done mushrooms.
Oh, you gotta do mushrooms,
I
dude.
tripped on mushrooms and I was like, I do like cherries. That would
Dude, you gotta do mushrooms. You gotta do
would be nice.
acid, man.
Daniel,
I don't want to do
stop.
acid. I've been curious about mushrooms.
You gotta do mushrooms. Are you allowed? Does the law allow you to do mushrooms?
Well, that's the jury's out. That like legit
cherry's
has
out.
the cherry's out. There's there's mixed because it's a natural, like it's just you're eating like a plant,
Yeah.
but then also it's altering your brain,
Right.
so like, and you're not supposed to do that,
Right.
So there's it's like
Gotcha.
it's a gray area,
It's a gray area. But Allah's always watching. So.
but Allah's
said-
always watching.
If you want to find fucking God or whatever it is,
Okay,
Right.
wow. Whoa.
maybe you should try a church first before you take some
I
drugs.
already do that. I'm trying to add on. It's not one or the other.
I think
Come to
in
the
your
mosque.
case it needs to be
Hold
one
on.
or the other. I'm just being the voice of reason here, who's seen you a bit of a mess more than once, and I think you've been sober for a pretty long time, and I think trying to go, let's just call it Florida sober, because it's not California sober. I know it's
I
not
don't know if it's Florida sober. I feel like it's Vancouver sober.
Yeah, I
Vancouver
feel like
sober.
crack is Florida sober.
Yeah, like bath salts.
Bath sober. I think it's
Straight gasoline.
do what you like, but I think I'm going on the record as saying I don't think
What?
it's a good idea.
You don't think it's a good idea?
No.
I get that. Here's the
Because I
thing.
know you.
Here's the
Better
thing.
than most people on earth.
What? Here's the thing. When I was a teen, I did tons of mushrooms.
Yeah.
So much mushrooms in a very reckless way, and I regret none of it. Those times later on, I was on to something. It shaped my view of existentialism, my connection with my spiritual world, God, the universe, all that stuff. It all ran through that. And I didn't know how to control that and how to to properly interact with it because I was a kid and I was nuts, right? And so now I'm very grounded. And I actually think that going that route would be extremely beneficial because I don't have any urge to casually do mushrooms. I don't have any urge to in any way. I don't even view them as the same thing. I actually view them as a spiritual tool and not I don't associate it with partying in any way. You know what I'm saying? It's I have a very strong foundation and I would be doing it with a guide in
Like an ayahuasca thing?
Kind of like that, yeah. But I don't want to do ayahuasca yet because that's crazy. I'm open to it, but I don't want to go straight there. That feels nuts. I'm not gonna do this tomorrow, but it's on the radar. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, I know you're just gonna do whatever the fuck you want anyway.
Ooh.
Can you not tell
No,
my
no, no.
husband that this
Can I
is
what?
your plan? Because he won't be able to cope with that.
Oh no, yeah, we don't need to tell him that.
Zach, if you're listening, it's too late. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
if you're
too late.
listening, just
It's too
kidding.
late. Just, just a
We
joke,
got you
babe.
good.
That's
Fuck.
a Jack, fucking bitch.
Well, also, there's a lot of people in.
Who's Zach?
It's her husband.
I'm sorry, love you, Zach.
There's a lot of people in recovery for alcoholism who absolutely do psychedelics. In fact, the big book and the 12 steps of the thing I'm not allowed to say on here,
The club
of
that some
the
people
club.
are in.
all of that was founded while Bill Wilson was on LSD. So,
There you go.
I mean, I don't know, man. To me, it all kind of makes sense. I don't really have a ton of problems today. I feel like I'm very solution based today. But does anybody have a problem that
I
you'd like
do.
to talk about?
I've got something, but I don't know if
What-
it's valid. or
All
not.
right.
What is it?
I am sick of people wanting to do things at the same time that I want to do things. But unfortunately, they're strangers and I can't control them. You know what I mean?
I know.
I just want to go
exactly
do
what you-
something that
yeah.
I have to do and have no other fucking people there. But there's
Yeah.
always people everywhere. I don't like it.
Too many people, like from other countries. You mean maybe?
Fuck off.
Yeah, she's mad that I want a podcast at the same time as her.
Yeah. Wow,
Right?
Sarah.
Wow, Sarah.
Crazy.
This is shitty.
I
It's
just
fucking
wish that
everything's
we could
shitty.
have like a little more control, like of the border.
I
You know
just
what
wish
mean?
this podcast felt a little more Canadian.
You
You know? I just wish.
Yeah.
You want to go to the grocery store? There's like 200 other fucking people at the grocery store.
Yeah, it's almost like people need food. Crazy.
Yeah, it's irritating me. Like I want a Sarah only time at the grocery store.
You know that you could go during the autism hours.
You could.
It might fit. I start my ADHD testing next week.
Hell yeah.
My
You know, I really don't think you
ADHD
should do that.
assessment.
I really don't think you should take ADHD medications. They can lead to other problems. I
I have all the problems and I haven't tried to quit any of them. So
There's a history of
you don't
addiction
have a
in
leg
your
to stand
family.
don't think. Oh, that's really good. Yeah, listen.
I'm just saying, be careful.
I get what you're saying. There's a lot of people wanting to do. There's nothing you can do about that. You gotta.
It's irritating.
If you start to view people as if you look at people rather than objects in your way, which is like, especially if I'm in the airport, I do the shit out of that. Everyone's my enemy. If I start to look at people like everybody is having their own story. They've been them their whole life. You know what I mean? And they're like, they have their whole orbit around them. It kind of gets cool. And then you're like, oh, every other person in here is on a journey quest through their whole life. And then you're kind of like, whoa, there's other people around. It's kind of neat. And then you kind of hate them less. Does that make sense?
I don't think you need
Nice.
to do much
I like that.
judging by that comment.
Like, sounds like you are on mushrooms.
Right now.
Yeah,
They
this is the
work
kind of,
great.
yeah.
And,
This is the
and
kind
Faris,
of,
for the record, it's 99% of the time white people that I fucking hate.
Yeah. No. I know, but it was just funny to paint you that way. That's all. It's
Build a
Korean.
wall.
But here's the thing. Like, there's, it's because you're a good person that no one that listens to your podcast knows who I am.
she's not a good person.
Oh, so,
But
but
she
it's
didn't want to get fired.
this has
Moral
very
compass.
little to do with No, we know. Believe me, I'm with you. There's a joke that I used to try to do that never worked about how it feels like homeless people only cross the street when I get a green light. And frankly, I'm starting to take it personally.
Yo. Yeah. Dude, James, do you remember James Kennedy? Not
Yeah.
Jamie Kennedy, James Kennedy, the comedian.
I don't. Oh,
The
I've heard
Kraft
of
dinner
it,
guy.
but yeah, but
Legend.
I didn't, yeah.
Former
The
guest of the
Kraft
show.
dinner guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Craft dinner guy. Yeah, that's
Kraft
right.
dinner guy.
Yes, he had a joke that was it's pretty offside, but it used to kill. But you try to do it now. But it was like on Hastings in Vancouver, he was like, they slowed the speed limit down to 30, and he's like, what you want to do is make it 80. 'Cause if you make it 80, you're gonna solve a lot of problems. It's not gonna take very many people to make it so they stop crossing the street. And I'm like, you can't say that. It's like you can't say that. That's a crazy thing to say.
It's a great.
Not that again, all of these opinions are only a reflection of Sarah's values. No one
Just
else's.
me.
Can I also
just
tell
me.
you, the R word is back.
No, it's not.
No,
It's not.
young,
here.
not here, not here, not here.
Not here.
Yes.
Definitely not here.
No. But like young people,
Yeah, I condemn.
young people are saying it.
I condemn.
Not my kid because I can kick his ass in it next week.
Young people are saying it in our family. I'm not gonna say.
No.
I'm not gonna name names.
He
They will
said
also
it.
want to try mushrooms. Those
he
people.
definitely doesn't want to do that. Oh my god, he's so
He does
funny.
want to do mushrooms. He told me.
See?
You're such a liar.
No,
Yeah.
I told you about this already. I told you
Oh, right.
when I went and talked to him when you had some drinks, and then he told me you wanted to do mushrooms, and you were like, "I have some upstairs." I've been talking about it on stage.
He he does not want to do that anymore. He's changed his mind. So he's so cute. He is.
Well, don't say that.
He went
His
to the
friends listen to
party. When he went to that party and got drunk. Now those friends won't talk to him anymore. He was telling
Why?
us this on the weekend. He was telling us this on the weekend with me and our other sister and our friend Kim. And he's like, they said I wrecked the party. I was like, oh, honey, see us three sitting here? We've collectively wrecked hundreds of parties.
Oh, don't even talk.
Have friends.
You know what? I've never wrecked a party.
Wayne, once or twice, like, or 300 times. I've wrecked basically every party I've ever been to. So
I've never wrecked a party. I've never wrecked a party.
I think it's
I'm
all in
smart
the
as
eye
hell.
of the beholder of how a
Nah,
party
I was
went.
good. I was a good drinker. I was fun. I never like broke things or like wrecked stuff or like, I wasn't mean.
Did
I
you
was
get
fun.
emotional?
No, my thing was I would leave the party and go home to be alone to do things that I wasn't supposed to do.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I never wrecked parties. Bo, did you ever wreck a party?
No, but I did shut a D&D game down once because I got too drunk and threw up on my shirt.
Oh, Bo.
So, yeah.
Bo,
You should have merch that says that. You should have a T-shirt.
I think
Well,
I
why
just
did-
look like I have done that, so it's
Yeah,
redundant.
we are. Yeah, we know, bro. How did he wreck a party? How did he wreck the party?
Well, he just got too drunk.
Oh, did he
You've
tell him
never
it's his
gotten
first
too
time?
drunk at a party?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would just do drugs about it. Problem solved.
Well, then I'm glad that he doesn't do that.
I'm not allowed to talk about doing drugs on the internet anymore. This will be the
Why?
last time because I'm applying for
Oh, right.
an American visa, and my immigration lawyer told me I'm not allowed to talk about doing drugs, even though I'm an advocate for people quitting drugs, and I actively try to help
Quite
people quit
publicly,
drugs.
yeah.
Quite publicly, I have to delete anything online where I'm talking about using cocaine.
Even like talking about how you're sober now?
Yeah. I'm allowed to talk about sober from alcohol, but not from drugs.
Really?
Yeah.
Why again do you
Ooh.
want to go down there? It's a fucked up place right now.
Money, fame,
Okay.
bitches, Lamborghinis.
Selling your soul.
Cherries.
Cherries. All
Cherries.
the cherries.
Cherries.
No, yeah, I'm here for the cherries.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to post about the genocide that's happening. I'm not allowed to post about any of that.
I've posted
You're gonna have a hard
stuff
time with
So
that.
much. Are they giving you a hard time about it?
I'm not applying because of that.
Because you can't.
Yeah, I'm also a dual citizen of one of the Muslim banned
Oh yeah,
countries.
you're banned.
Yeah,
You're actually banned.
I'm a dual citizen of Sudan.
Yeah, so you're actually literally banned from the States. That's crazy.
yeah.
Does it kind of take some of the
Good for you,
pressure off?
Faris.
A little bit. You're like, oh, cool. Guess I'm doing the comedy cave again this week.
Yeah, can't wait. I'll be at Edmonton Yuck Yucks, not hosting.
Hosting,
I'll be
yeah.
hosting the Edmonton Yuck Yucks.
Split middling.
Yeah, I'll be split middling. I'll be doing 10 minutes at Edmonton Yuck Yucks.
That's great. Hey, Bo, the comedy
Yeah?
contest you didn't win.
Yeah. Patricia won.
2 people from Victoria placed in that contest.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. We fucking kick ass.
Patricia,
You guys are very good at comedy.
Patricia Mazur won the contest.
Congratulations.
She
As
was
she should.
great.
She's so
I
fun.
was
Hell yeah.
there. I watched the final. She was excellent.
She's awesome.
Julia
Fuck yeah.
Vandersloot got second,
Shout out
third,
Hell yeah.
third, and a
Oh.
guy from Abbotsford. I forget what his name was. D something.
Okay.
Steve Fredder.
Yeah. Yes, Steve Fredder.
He was the guy that won the night I was on. He
He's
got first place.
really funny. He's great.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and
Clearly
they really
funnier
nailed
than
it. Like, they were the first, second, thirds. I thought.
That's awesome.
Sorry, Julia, if you
Hell
listening to this. You were good. They were all very good, but that is how I
Yeah.
felt like it went. I've been talking a lot of shit about Vancouver over the years on this podcast. It's good.
I
It's
love
good.
Vancouver.
Comedy scene. You can get up. You can do a lot of spots. The food is good. Vancouver is a dope spot in the summer. In the summer, it absolutely rules. It's such a good place.
Not in the
Here's
winter.
my issue. I've really figured it out. Vancouver, people compare Toronto and Vancouver all the
A
time.
lot,
A
yeah,
lot.
yeah, yeah.
And I think the difference is Toronto is like good everywhere in the main area. You can
Mhm.
walk from neighborhood to neighborhood and there's no shitty part. You just
Mhm.
seamlessly folds from one to the other.
Well, there is a shitty part. They just don't show. They don't show that to you.
Well, I mean, if you're walking like
Shout out Rexdale, chain of.
yeah. I mean, there's bad parts, but if you're walking from like
Just know that I see you.
if you're walking
I see.
from downtown
Mm-hmm.
to like Little Portugal,
Mm-hmm.
it's dope the whole way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like whereas in Vancouver, say you want to go from Main Street, like Mount Pleasant, which is great, to like Commercial Drive.
Yeah.
The in between space sucks ass.
It's pretty.
All the
it's
in
pretty
between
ghetto.
spaces are just like, it's not like it's a bad neighborhood.
Gastown is literally nice block, bad block, nice block,
Yeah.
bad block.
True.
Yeah, it really is.
Like
It's terrible.
great pub, people shitting on the sidewalk. All
I've
like
never. It's the only where you'll see someone shoot heroin and then fall asleep on the side of a Maserati.
yeah.
Like it's the Vancouver is true. The dichotomy of like economic, like everything. You see it all. You see it all there in front of
You
you.
do, and that's not even what I mean.
Because like, you'll get blood on your Mercedes.
Yeah, because it is like that. But
Yeah.
then I just mean more like, for instance, like Kingsway
Yeah.
is awful, and not in a way where
Yeah.
you're like gonna get robbed. It's just ugly and
Yeah.
shitty to look at.
Forgettable. Very mid.
Very mid. It's like it's nothing. There's a
Mhm.
lot of nothing in between the good neighborhoods.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the problem.
That city hasn't had a soul in decades.
No, it's Vancouver's a hot person with no personality.
Yes.
But the hot parts, really good.
Really hot.
Yeah, really great. But I have been talking too much shit about it. But that's my only problem.
I'd like to note that I still talk a lot of shit about it,
Good for you.
and I feel those things.
You should. You live in Calgary.
It's a good,
and
yeah. And Calgary,
you're from
say what you will about what kind it is, but it does have a soul.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
tortured, perhaps, maybe a little evil, but a soul nonetheless.
Yeah, it's a little spicy.
Vancouver is an empty vessel.
Yeah,
Okay,
it is.
just nothing behind the eyes.
We were standing
Nothing.
We were standing outside of Little Mountain Gallery.
Yeah.
Like the one of the comedy clubs there, and Sean McDonald was like, "Hey, we got to move over. We can't stand out front of this building." And we were like, "Okay." We didn't really ask why. We just kind of moved over, and then right as we moved over, all this garbage just fell from the sky and landed where we were standing. He's like, "Yeah, there's like a low-income housing above us, and people just throw garbage out of the window all the time." And it happened like 2 more times. We were standing there just watching garbage like smash off the ground.
That's literally that's
like crazy.
That's the Victorian era.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
That is cholera. What are we doing here?
Gangs of New York.
This is
That's crazy.
No, this is the Industrial Revolution.
Yeah, that's insane.
That is nuts.
Off with you.
That's literally like, hey, this part of the city I'm hearing might get power in a couple of years. This is,
a sewer, maybe even.
yeah, it's like, oh, I think the city should be here to clear the community cesspool this week.
Yeah, right on.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing here, Vancouver?
You got a
Figure it
problem?
out. I have a problem.
No, like you got another problem?
Oh, do I have another problem?
Yeah.
I think it was the one with the homeless people.
Yeah, okay.
Just stop crossing the road. Just when I get the green, it feels like, because it's like you're all good, everything's fine until I'm driving,
Right.
and now they're like, no, please.
This is me in the airport. Nobody be in security in front of me. Nobody don't be in the airport. I should get the airport to myself. Also, like I felt this. We got a ferry home from Vancouver last night. We got the 10 o'clock
I
ferry.
like the airport one more though because that's like a very like middle class gripe.
Right.
I don't like that. I'm
Yeah,
punching
yours
down right
yours
now.
is crazy.
I'm really punching
It's
down
really insane.
because I've never been homeless. I've only flirted with it.
You haven't been homeless yet.
I've flirted. I've had a dalliance or two, perhaps, but I wouldn't say. So you know what? No, you know what? You've earned at least that much.
Being from Lethbridge is almost like being homeless.
No. No.
No, it's really not actually. Cause
Last time I was in Lethbridge, I saw an unhoused man attack a moving truck with homemade nunchucks.
that's pretty wild.
See, that's exciting.
That's crazy.
I think
That's
that's
pretty
a drawing,
wild.
a drawing point. Like,
It was Cole.
It was pretty cool. It was Cole Haug.
Cole
Shut up, Cole Haug.
I like Cole.
Yeah.
Cool nunchucks, buddy. Good job.
Yeah, you are the type.
Yeah. All right, Bo. What's your problem? We got a short episode. Today.
Yeah, I'll get a better problem. Gets his.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm good. Life's great, man.
Wow, that's the biggest
oh,
pile of bullshit I've ever heard.
My problem
Maybe
is me,
it's
and I'm
not.
working on
Maybe
it. That's
it's
what it is. What?
What is it? What's your problem?
Mine?
Yeah.
So, my problem when you book flights on the websites, especially Flair, where
That's your
like
first problem.
it resets the settings. Like they're trying to screw you up all the time. So like I'll like click something and then it'll just go back. I'll be like, hey, I need like Saturday this date. And then it'll be like Saturday another date.
And then you gotta start over again.
And then and then you have to like keep starting over. And then if you're not like careful, you can book a flight on the wrong day.
I did that the other day.
I just did that for this.
But did you?
Yeah.
I did it for WestJet, but then I called them and they fixed it immediately. It was less than 10 minutes from beginning to end, and they fixed it.
Yeah.
My
No,
guess is
so
Flair
these
Air's
guys,
not
they
gonna have
charge.
that
They're like,
happen.
you have to pay. You
Really?
Have to pay. Yeah.
They charge you Flair's fucking.
Flair's.
You gotta stop flying Flair, man.
I know, but I gotta make money.
Now just spend it. Get
Is
credit.
Flair even cheaper
I've got
anymore?
a family to feed. All right, I want them to know this. All right, to my two sisters that I love very much, I need you to understand that I do fly Flair.
Listen to what
because-
this man flies Flair for you.
Yeah, that's love.
That's love. That's beautiful.
That's
All
the
right, I
greatest
would-
sacrifice I've ever heard, I think.
Because I just started flying WestJet and Air Canada and then they moved here, and now I'm back to Flair, and I want them to know that that's for you. That's not for me.
I'm thinking about moving off Vancouver Island.
Is that true?
Yeah, thinking about it.
Where would
What?
you go?
Why?
I don't know. Maybe Los Angeles.
Oh, you moved to the U.S.
Maybe not move, but like get a house with a bunch of other comics.
Oh yes, yeah. We did talk about this.
Maybe.
Not Faris,
I
he's
didn't
not
realize
allowed
we were
there.
on the.
Well, I need to seek further
You're on
legal
the no-fly
counsel.
list.
Wow, they really made a blacklist, hey? Like literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I am on. But
Maybe Toronto.
well, the loophole is that I would, because I'd be applying as a Canadian.
Right.
So technically speaking, the way that stuff would work is like I should be allowed as a Canadian to
Yeah.
be granted passage, which is why like I get to go, like I get to be a tourist there.
It's like they'll allow you to live there, but you have to live in a detention center in Detroit. It's like that's the only accommodation.
It's like we'll let you in, but only in Flint.
yeah.
That's right. It's like we can only mimic the conditions of Africa.
It's Flint.
That is the only.
Flint in the summer. Though.
You can only live here if you live like you did in Africa.
But didn't you live really well in
I
Africa?
lived pretty great.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I went to private.
Yeah, his name's Clarence.
I went to private school. Yeah, things are good. I have a good British accent.
Do it.
I'd rather not.
That's very good. All right, you want to? Well, listen, we're gonna go get dinner.
Yeah,
That's enough of
Where are you
this.
going for dinner?
we're going for a good British sushi.
British sushi.
Oh, yeah, I
Oh.
don't know why I asked. I should have assumed that's where you were going.
Yeah. Where else?
The only place
So
you
I
ever
was
go.
going-
I haven't had sushi in a while.
Faris is allergic to sesame, and then one time we tried to pick a restaurant that was specific for Faris, and we picked a Lebanese restaurant. And he got it. He got there, and he's like, "What the fuck? Just a bunch of white idiots having no idea."
They're like, wait, what do you mean? What? Can't you have hummus? You can have hummus.
yeah, and that's it. Yeah, you love that stuff.
We got you hummus.
I try to say it to you. I'm like, "Come."
Yeah, they said it in Hebrew, which was even more offensive.
We're all wearing like garb, like
Yeah,
hello, assalamu alaikum.
yeah. They built a checkpoint at the entrance
We really wanted to make you feel.
just to make me feel at home.
All of the views on this podcast are a reflection of Sarah
And Sarah only.
and Sarah only.
Since they're only-
Uh,
I'm feeding
all right,
my
well,
family.
You guys get a short episode this week. What?
Oh, I just said I'm feeding my family hot dogs and frozen French fries for dinner. Like
Wow,
the
white
true
culture.
classy mom that I am.
That is beautiful. White culture.
Please don't let them miss out on the mac and cheese and the
Okay.
salad.
This comes out tomorrow. You got anything to plug?
This comes out tomorrow. Do I have anything to plug? Who listens to this?
People, actually, probably quite a few
5
people
people.
in places you're going
In places I'm going?
in the next couple of days.
Okay, I'm gonna be here in Victoria on August 15th. I will be in Calgary August 27th to 30th.
What about Nanaimo? And
I'm gonna be in Nanaimo. I'm in Nanaimo the day this. I think this comes out tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm in Nanaimo tonight.
Tonight at SIP.
I'm at the SIP,
At the SIP.
and then in Port Alberni
Oh, Dog Mountain Brewing.
at Dog Mountain Brewing.
Such a fun show.
on Wednesday, and in Courtney, BC. I do not know the name of the venue.
Ace Brewing.
Ace Brewing.
Courtney, BC. Courtney is my favorite town that is named after a drunk white girl at a bush party.
Yeah.
The proper pronunciation is fucking Courtney. I'm doing bits.
I'm gonna be there on Thursday, and then Friday the 15th in Victoria, Saturday August 16th in Vancouver.
Headlining
BC.
in Victoria consecutive weekends.
Yeah.
Who do you think
That's
you
amazing.
Who
Hell
do
yeah.
I think I am? You know what? I'm just one lucky duck. Victoria gets one black person and they lose their shit.
They can't wait till they get a load of you in Port Alberni.
Oh, can't
Ooh.
You
wait.
can have fun.
Don't they think you're a
It's a
mill
good show.
worker?
There's no mill.
It's like, oh, I didn't know Port Alberni got a meat factory. Oh. Huh.
I was in Port Alberni on the weekend. The drive-in with the forest
Yeah.
fire going on is insane.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Oh, really?
It's like it's all you can see. It's just
Was it
like
like The Last of Us?
Is it still burning?
I think
Think
it's
so.
held now, but yes, it's definitely still burning.
Damn.
It's a wild ride in there to looking at. Just looking
Cameron
at.
Lake. Beautiful place. Actually, such a bummer to see that whole thing burned.
No, it's
Anyway, that's all the time we have.
Anyways, this was fun.
All right, so Bo has no problems. Sarah doesn't think other people should exist. And then she disappeared as we said that.
She's like, I don't want to exist either.
Yeah, Faris doesn't like Flair.
Nope.
That's on you.
Yeah.
And I'm doing mushrooms.
And Dan has relapsed.
I'm doing mushrooms tonight. If you're
definitely relapsed.
it's already too late. So thanks for listening this week, and we'll see you guys next week. Oh, thanks.
Bye.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Ghostbuster, for our theme music, and thanks to no one else.
Thanks, Bo. Thanks to Bo, our producer.
Oh,
Producer
thank
Bo.
you, Sarah.
Yeah, thanks,
Fucking
Bo.
Daniel.
Great job, buddy.
Thank you. Also, if you need any mushrooms, I got a bunch. I'm not gonna have all of them, Dan.
I can't just do it like that. That's not how I want to do
Can't be
it.
jumping on this all willy-nilly, bro.
No, it's got to be controlled.
Oh, you gotta be a
What's wrong with you,
controlled.
man?
Bo, eat some of those mushrooms right now on camera.
Yeah, this is why you're not allowed.
Absolutely. I gotta edit. I gotta edit a shitload of clips today.
Yeah, they come out all crazy. They all have like
Yeah.
fucking crazy filters on them. There's dragons.
Can you see me?
Yeah, they're all auto-tuned.
They're all. Let's get it started.